Some hopped onto BODAS, others hang on crowded trains to get to their destinations. The alternatives, however, did little to ease the transport crisis. Kenya Railways has now released a new route schedule following Cabinet Secretary James Macharia's order to the corporation to increase the frequency of commuter trains during this crisis. Here is that story by Raquel Mwigai.
Monday morning, and this is a sight of major roads in the city. Very hard to spot a public service vehicle, as is the norm. Kenyans have been forced to walk to work or perhaps spend an extra coin to board a taxi or a boda. For those that could spare the coin, the more you fit into the car, the better. But for those who opted not to dig deeper into their pockets, the train was the better option. At the pipeline terminal, it was survival for the fittest. The swiftest made it inside, with those not lucky enough having to hang loosely outside the train to their destination.
Mimi nimetoka Ruiru bypass Membuli huko, lakini leo ilibidi tu kuja na train, nimerauka ni dande train juu kutoka huko ni 250. Ni kitu watu hatukujangi hivyo.
Leo hata tumechelewa sana job. Mimi ingia job saa 2 na leo unaona saa 2:30 ndio tunakata, bado sijaingia.
The better part of the morning was marked with commuters stranded at various bus stages in the city, braving the cold with hot foodies, at least insulating themselves from the misery of cancelled commutes and missed appointments. For taxi and boda operators, business today was at its peak. But for some boda operators, it would have been better if they were allowed within the central business district.
Tumefukuzwa town. Unaona sasa hata unahofia kwenda bali. Huwa anatushika hapa, unajua tujakubaliwa kubeba huku.
The transport crisis experienced today, however, forced the Transport Cabinet Secretary James Macharia to order the Kenya Railways Corporation to increase the number of trips as well as reduce the fares by 10%.
There's a very robust program and schedule, so that those of you who may be inconvenienced, you know when to come to the station. And our job is to make sure that we cause the least inconvenience.
The trains will now ferry commuters from Nairobi to Kahawa and back, as well as from Nairobi to Embakasi village at various times. Matatu operators may have agreed to abide by the rules, but as long as those who have not complied stay off the roads, Kenyans will until then continue to maneuver through the tough times. Raquel Mwigai for Citizen TV, Nairobi.